EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Cook, the ball carrier.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. Cook a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
At the 48-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up fourth down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man Hilton. And all the way down to the 42. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
Here's Eason to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Eason off the play fake. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They get this out left, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Vikings nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A gain of 27.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Back to the ground, this time Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 33. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of this.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun is Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
DeForest Buckner. Jacob Eason sacked.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins looking here for Smith downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A give to Cook out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Throwing is Cousins. The open man is Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Eason. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come over with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go play action. Cousins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
On the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
47-yard line.
Taylor. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Eason. He'll get this one to Pittman. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Eason on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Track 60. Check 49. Check 49. Hey, one set.
2nd down. Here's Eason. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Push him back. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
Cousins now from the 50. This a screen to Abdullah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 21. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That's 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down.
Hardy Nickerson there to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Check, 47. Check 60, check 60. Getting some penetration. Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47. It's going to be a long day.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
5.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 47, Wildfield. 47's the Mike, 47's the Mike.
Operating from the gun, Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And Pascal's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
A 33-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Flush to his right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on.